So hello and welcome. In this video I'm gonna be talking about adjectives, the basics of adjectives, and it's gonna be for beginners in Polish. So let's start. The Polish adjectives change with gender and cases. So this means that each gender has a different way of saying the adjectives. So let's just take a look. For male forms we add E, usually if the adjective stem ends with K or G consonants, or I, which has the Y, to the endings if the word or the adjective ends with other consonants. The rest, so not K or G. Let's take a look on the examples. So, to jest dobry pies. It's a good dog. Okay, so the word dobre is the adjective. It doesn't end with K or G. It's R, so the stem ending, so the last consonant is not a K or G. It's another, so we add I. So dobre, because it's male. Okay, the loft is big. Strych jest duży. So the same, duży, the ż here is not K or G. It's different, so the ending of the adjective is gonna be I. Ten samochód jest drogi. Now we see this car is expensive, so now we see that the ending is E. Why? Because we have J. So when we have J and K, we add E. This guy is short. Ten facet jest niski. So short, niski, K, I, because we have K. That's simple. Okay, so for female forms, we add A to the endings. It's easier than in males. So let's take an example. So here we have the price is low. Cena jest niska. Cena means price. So here, you don't have to worry if it's K or J or G or whatever. You just like add A to the ending. Niska. Młoda kobieta płacze. A young woman is crying. Okay, obvious. Młoda means young. If it was a guy, we would have said młody. Okay, so with the Y at the ending. The female is easy. For neutral forms, we add IE, usually if the adjective stem end with K or G consonant, or E to the endings of the words that end with other consonants. So yeah, the same as the male forms. However, when it ends with the neutral with K and J, like when the adjectives end with K or J or G, sorry, we don't add just I. We add IE. So yeah. However, when it ends with the rest, we add S. So it's pretty much the same, but kind of a little bit different. It sounds different. So for example, the small child is sleeping. Child is neutral because it can be a girl or a boy. So małe dziecko śpi. If it was a girl, so dziewczynka, we would have said mała dziewczynka śpi. If it was a male, so chłopiec means a boy, chłopiec. So we would have said mały with an e at the ending. Mały chłopiec śpi. But yeah, this is the example. The sky is blue. Niebo jest niebieskie. So the ending is with K and it's neutral. So we use IE. Niebieskie. Not E. Not I only because it's not male. It's IE because it's neutral. I hope you're understanding. Silver is not expensive. Srebro nie jest drogie. So the same. G has IE ending, so drogie. And yeah, notice everything that ends with O is neutral. Yeah? Or if it ends with E, or if it ends with We're not going to talk about this now. Yeah, but one thing I want you to focus on is that PS here, like, samochód, car, yes, dog. These are um, these these should be not humane, like in other language are considered as objects or neutral, like we use the neutral with them. But in Polish, when you have a dog, which is a male dog, we use the male form for it. So it's a good dog, so just to represent that it's a male dog. Or a car is, for example, where's the car? So car, samochód, is male in Polish, so we use it as male. However, when we're gonna use the plural, the plural form, the male plural goes to neutral. So we use the neutral forms in plural for males. They stop being males when they are in plural, they become neutral. Only the neutral thing, only dogs and inhumane stuff. So inhumane stuff that are male in singular become neutral in plural. And I guess it makes sense somehow. Okay, so let's just move to plural. So for plural male forms, whatever adjective ended with E, so you remember E ending, we add them to words that end with G and K to the singular. So these that ended with E, which is the I, are now going to end in E. So in singular form, so for plural male forms, whatever adjective ended with E in the singular form should now end somehow with a Y. Why did I say somehow? We're going to see. Adjectives that tend to end with soft consonant like N, or others that can, I guess, T as well, and C, usually end with E. I'd rather learn by example rather than just like rules, but if I can just show you rules, a little bit of them, it will be easier as well. So yeah, these guys are short. Remember, it was in the singular form, ten facet jest niski. However, now ci faceci, są niscy. So instead of ten facet jest niski, here we have it here somewhere. Ten facet jest niski. So it ended with E in the singular. Now it has to end in the plural with I. So we have to somehow make it end with I. So we remove the K, I, and add C and Y. So it becomes C, niscy. And this is a general rule. So you don't have to, like it doesn't change. So every time you have K, it becomes C. And it's really helpful because it's gonna work in other things that you see in Polish in the same way. So just memorize that whenever you have K in a word, there's some places where it's gonna transform to C. So niski, niscy, okay? These guys are short. My dear gentlemen are coming. So dear here can mean drogi, as we said earlier. So here we said this car is expensive, drogi. Drogi in Polish also means dear, something, a valuable person to you, so drogi. So you say drogi for singular, however, when you have gentlemen are coming, my dear gentlemen are coming. Sorry for the example, it doesn't, I don't know, it sounds weird, but I had to write it because I couldn't think of anything else. So my dear gentlemen are coming, moi drodzy panowie idą. So it was drogi in the singular, now it has to be I at the ending, so we changed the G to Z, so D and Z. And this is as well a general rule. The same as K becomes C, G becomes D and Z. And it's really helpful to memorize this, to keep this in mind, okay? This concept. So moi drodzy panowie idą. My dear gentlemen are coming instead of drogi, drodzy. Okay, so now it's easier. If you didn't have it E in the singular, it means that it's gonna end E in the plural. So it's just the other way around. So if you have it A, if you have it Y in the singular, it's gonna become E in the plural. And if you have it I or E, it's gonna become Y or I. Okay? So, oni są dobrzy. They are good. So we are talking about males like guys for sure. Oni są dobrzy. So we add the Y. If it was singular, we would have said on jest dobry. But because it's plural, we say dobrzy. This is also important to memorize. I know it might be too much for you, but you don't have to memorize them now. You can just like go over them, just understand what's happening. You might see this again, you might go over this video again, and then it will make more sense. Trust me, this is all like, if you just start to know these stuff, Polish language is gonna come really easy on you someday. Niektórzy mężczyźni są piękni. Some men are beautiful. So, okay, plural, piękni. Why? Because it's a soft consonant, so we add to it E. And generally we add E, so it's gonna be easy to guess. You can notice here that niektórzy as well means some, can be considered adjective, but I'm not going to talk about this right now. Let's just leave it for later. Because if it was singular, you would have said niektóry, not niektórzy. The same as dobry, not dobrzy. So let's not just mix things here. Niektórzy mężczyźni są wysocy. Some men are tall. The same. The singular form of wysocy is wysoki, so it has to become I in the plural. But we cannot say wysoki, we say wysocy. So the K becomes C. Again, the same thing. Okay, now it's easy. All that has left is the neutral. Why? Because everything in plural, you can join everything to neutral, and you can just use the neutral form and then do all the rest. Now, here we have so yes, let's read the rule before. It's the same as the rule in the singular, so let's just read it. For plural female and neutral forms, because females now are considered neutral, whether they are human or not human. So just females become neutral in the plural. We add yeah usually if the adjective ends with K or G consonant, the same as before, the same as the singular neutral, or add to the endings if the words end with something else. So, we said before that male, unhumane males, objects or dogs or animals, if they are males in the singular, they have to become neutral in plural. So here, everything that is male and singular has to be in this category. So dogs, for example, in this example we have these are good dogs. To są dobre psy. Okay? Or you can say te są dobre psy, but I'm not gonna talk about nominative and those stuff not right now. I'm just gonna focus on about adjectives. So to są dobre psy. Why dobre? Because it's neutral and we use at the ending. Okay? I hope you're understanding. The small children are sleeping, so dziecko becomes dzieci, because in plural, this is how it becomes. You have to memorize it. Dzieci, and this is neutral, so what do you put in front of neutral adjective? You put e, because there's no K or G, so małe. Małe dzieci śpią. Silvers are not expensive. Srebra nie są drogie. These are, if you notice, the same examples as before, just in the plural. So when you go back and you see, you're gonna make a difference. You're gonna realize the difference. Srebra nie są drogie. Silvers are not expensive. We have G, so IE, so yeah. Strychy są duże. The lofts are big. So or the attics or whatever. The lofts are big, so strych in singular is considered male. However, now since it's plural, it's gonna be considered in the neutral category. So strychy są duże, because this is inhumane or inhuman. I don't know. You can say it whatever you want. Anyway, te samochody są drogie. These cars are expensive. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. G, so G here, so ends with IE. I talked about it. Anyway, the prices are low. Ceny są niskie. Why yeah? Because we have the K in the adjective. Young women are crying. Młode kobiety płaczą. Young women are crying. Why młode? Because it's plural, and plural females are considered neutral. So młode, not młoda, młode. Kwiaty są niebieskie. Kwiaty, kwiat in the singular is a male. Kwiaty, the male plural is considered neutral in the plural, so we treat it as a neutral. Niebieskie. So after K we add yeah. The flowers are blue. So that's all. Yes, that's all. I hope you understood. And if you didn't, just try to watch this again, maybe on a faster mode. Just go fast forward. And then if you still didn't understand, I would like you to contact me and tell me what exactly you didn't understand, what I could have changed or something. Nevertheless, this is all I have for adjectives, the basics of adjectives. We still have a lot more to go on, but when you understand this is for the beginners. This is if you are fresh. If you understand this, then you're good to go to the next things, and it's gonna be easier later on. So good luck learning this, and see you soon.